Good evening, my Real News Media TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update. And in the news of this evening, 28-year-old mowed down along Municipal Boulevard. The police are probing the circumstances surrounding the death of a man along Municipal Boulevard, Greater Portmore in St. Catherine on Sunday. The deceased has been identified as 28-year-old Gavin Blake of Roaring River, Steertown, St. Anne. According to police reports, about 10:15 p.m., Blake was traversing the roadway when he was hit by a motor car, which then fled the scene. The police were alerted, and Blake was transported to the hospital, where he was pronounced dead. Elderly man dies in blaze in Westmoreland. An elderly man perished in a blaze on Sunday night in Smithfield, Westmoreland. The man, who has been identified as Tajo Robinson and is believed to be in his 80s, died after sustaining burns at his Bedward Lane home close to midnight. The Jamaica Fire Brigade said it was alerted to the fire at about 11:47 p.m. and responded with 2 units from the Savannah Lamar station. Upon their arrival, they found a 2-apartment board structure fully engulfed in flames. The JFB said 1 jet was used to contain the blaze. During the cooling down operation, the body of the elderly man was found among the rubble. The fire department and the police are investigating. Nigerian doctor killed in St. Mary car crash identified. The police have identified the medical doctor of Nigerian descent who succumbed to injuries he sustained in a motor vehicle collision along the Golden Valley Main Road in Castleton, St. Mary on Monday. He is a 36-year-old Ubeng Eti of Anota Bay in the parish. Eti was a passenger in a blue Honda Fit motor car with 3 other doctors aboard, traveling from Kingston towards Anota Bay when the driver swerved to avoid a collision with an oncoming vehicle, hit an embankment, and plummeted into a precipice. The vehicle then came to a rest on the embankment of a river, the police said. The incident happened about 5:50 a.m. All 4 occupants were transported to the hospital, where Eti was pronounced dead and the others treated. St. Mary police recover motor vehicle stolen in St. Anne. The St. Mary police on Friday recovered a motor vehicle that was reportedly stolen in Runaway Bay, St. Anne. The police say the recovery is part of ongoing investigations into a motor car stealing ring operating across the country. The 2014 Toyota Voxy, owned by a female, was found at a property in Prospect, St. Mary, partially scrapped. The case is under investigation. Residents with information are urged to report suspicious activities by contacting the St. Mary Police at 876-333-9530 or Crime Stop at 311 or the nearest police station. St. Andrew man dies after falling from roof. The St. Andrew South police are investigating a case of death by misadventure after a man fell from a roof and died on Sunday. The deceased has been identified as 28-year-old Mason Tremaine Johnson of Norbrook Road, St. Andrew. About 4:20 p.m., a piece of steel reportedly pierced Johnson's head after he fell from a roof along Norbrook Road. He was taken to the Kingston Public Hospital, where he succumbed to his injuries. The Constant Spring police are investigating. Delivery man on housebreaking charges. 36-year-old John Edwards, a delivery man of Quarry Road, Kingston 11, has been charged with housebreaking and larceny following an incident on Monday, April 7, in Molasses Close Money Mosque housing scheme. Reports from the Maypen police are that between the hours of 6 a.m. and 1 p.m., a resident securely locked his house and departed for work. He was later contacted by neighbors who informed him that a vehicle was parked in his yard and items were being removed from his dwelling. The man immediately made checks, and the neighbor's report confirmed. A video footage revealed a black Toyota Hiace van parked in the complainant's yard. A license plate number was retrieved. The man made his way home thereafter and they discovered that the culprit gained entry through the front door after damaging the lock. Several items were discovered missing, including a 55-inch Black Point smart television, one 50-inch IMAX starter television, one Black Point microwave, one refrigerator, a television mount, and other household items. It was later discovered that the accused also left with a camera that was affixed to the front of the house. The police immediately launched an investigation into the matter. Edwards was accosted by lawmen in his community on Friday, April 18, and is subsequently charged. Police are finalizing a court date for the accused man. Family and their friends spent the Easter holiday searching for missing 64-year-old man. 64-year-old Leroy Campbell of Clifton Boulevard, Kingston 8, has been missing since Friday, April 18. He is of dark complexion, medium build, and about 185 centimeters or 6 feet 1 inch tall. According to Constant Spring Police reports, Campbell was last seen at home at about 5:30 p.m. wearing a brown long-sleeved shirt, black pants, and a black sneakers. He has not been heard from since. Anyone knowing the whereabouts of Leroy Campbell is asked to contact the Constant Spring Police Station at 876-924-1421, the 119 police emergency number, or the nearest police station. PNP pays tribute to Pope Francis. The People's National Party has expressed the profoundest sorrow at the passing of His Holiness, the Pope, describing him as a symbol of spiritual devotion, moral clarity, and a progressive commitment to unity and human dignity. In a statement issued on Monday, the PNP noted the Pope's lasting impact not only globally but also locally, highlighting the Catholic Church's significant role in Jamaica's cultural and spiritual life. For generations, Jamaican Catholics have contributed meaningfully to nation building through education, health care, community service, and the arts, inspired by the values and the teachings of the Holy See, the party said. Leader of the opposition Mark Golding offered condolences to Jamaica's Catholic community during this time of mourning. To the Catholic community across Jamaica, I offer heartfelt sympathies during this time of reflection and mourning. May you find comfort in the Pope's enduring legacy of compassion, humility, and faith, Golding said. The PNP concluded by expressing the hope that the Pope's example would continue to inspire efforts toward building a more just and loving world. Thank you everyone for watching. See you tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. for another news update.